Yeah, it's alright. Risque. Wants to steal my equipment, eh? That happened so fast, I'm amazed I actually saw that. In any case, so Star Citizen. We learned about the inventory, though I don't think we didn't really learn too much. It's always amazing though, like I don't know. So like the thing that people are curious about, I suppose, for the thing that people are curious about for the inventory is like, wait a minute, so we can like, so what about like the armor lockers and the weapon lockers, or the weapon racks on your ship? Why aren't those a part of the thing? Because basically it's, you go into your ship and then you press inventory and then you can put stuff into your ship's inventory, which is kind of a magical a magical bag of holding tied to your ship. So instead of just having a magic bag of holding tied to everything, basically now we have a bag of holding tied to very specific locations. And people are curious about that, but because that's the next step, because like now they have everything, physical, or because now they have the inventories like being able to be, connected to a specific location, a ship, or something. And technically they kind of could have already. I don't think it was probably not that big of a stretch. Probably wasn't that big of a stretch, because like you could put weapon racks into your ship. You could put weapon racks, or you could put weapons on the weapon racks on your ship before, and store them and call them back, and they would come back almost always. So, and of course, like when you logged off and logged back on, you would still have your armor. So I think it was mainly tying the global inventory to like locations, like landing zones and space stations, mainly, and also like everything else associated with it besides tying everything to the location. So the looting. The new management of it, so like new menus, new UI, that kind of thing. Oh, and they did say also that there's a wipe that's gonna happen, so we're gonna be seeing. Aha! I should have remembered also, Rico Jr. When he's at low health, he will strike. So that is a thing you should keep in mind. I did not think about that. I was too busy contemplating how much my life is going to change in Star Citizen, because the biggest problem... Okay, there's two big problems. It's that the AI is so derpy that I don't know if, like, medical is going to even matter, because sure, you'll, get shot down, or, you'll get shot and you have to have somebody revive you, or you lose all your stuff, you lose all the stuff you have on you, and, eventually you'll properly die, but... Is he gonna strike again? No! Oh... Play dead? Ah, damn. Okay. Fair enough. Dropped a flash bomb. That's alright. Did you see the tiles change there, like in the split second? That was interesting. Yeah, the AI is so hampered that it's just crazy. And I think, you know, people say it's a networking thing. It is there is absolutely debug, because I have been in circumstances where, like, I literally get shot out of nowhere, or I crouch behind a crate and I get shot, through the crate. Sometimes, like, in the bunkers, there are crates that have, like, spaces in between that you can shoot through, but and the collision mesh is actually good enough that you really can shoot through those with a high degree of confidence that you're not just going to hit the thing in front of you. But that's not what I'm talking about. Like literally just a solid crate on the 890 like engineering deck. Just take cover behind that. There's usually like 4 or 5 guys engaged with 4 or 5 or like 3, security, and they if the pirates are there, you just take a few out, because usually their AI is very slow, but they're fast enough that you will run into them. Or that they will actually shoot at you eventually. So and like with the new oh my god. Solikeumya. with the new like infiltrate and defend missions, I think the idea of like having waves of NPCs coming at you, it's cool in theory, but like but there's literally missions that have like wave-based things that like were broken, and they took those out because they were broken. They have them in now. They have missions with like a wave system in now. Granted, not quite as long of waves, but like, well, yeah. But no, like they do have waves missions now, and those break because the server is just derpy enough that it just kind of fails to properly load stuff. So 315 is going to be a good patch, I think, but it's also going to be a good patch, but it might also be terrible because like it's adding stuff, but it's not fixing stuff. Which is kind of the biggest problem with Star Citizen's playability. They'll fix everything eventually, and they will. I can guarantee that, but it's just crazy. Just crazy.